Hey, my name's Tony Denny. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about the Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act of 1973. This is a civil law which prevents discrimination of individuals on the basis of a disability in terms of employment or education. For this podcast, we're going to focus mostly on education. Section 504 does not provide funding to special ed programs, but it can take funding away from programs that don't comply with the law. This law states that if a person is disabled, if he or she has a physical or mental impairment which substantially limits one or more major life activities, and this law defines major life activities as learning, reading, and thinking, among other things. Those are just a few that they talk about. Um, it also states a person is disabled if he or she has a record of an impairment or disability, or if they have been regarded to have a disability under another law. For children, if their parent or guardians believe they have a disability, they can contact their school about completing an evaluation. The evaluation must include assessment tools that can accurately measure the child's areas of educational needs. The evaluation should also consider the student's physical condition, their social and cultural background, behaviors, and any recommendations from any previous evaluations they may have had. Um, if a child is found to be disabled under this law, they may qualify for services. Um, then the school district must create a Section 504 plan. To determine what services should be incorporated into the plan, a multidisciplinary team must convene. This would typically include various educational personnel, general educator, special educator, school administrator, the parent, possibly the student, and then maybe various other professionals or people who would have insight into the child. The team must consider the child's disability, figure out how it affects their education or learning, figure out what services can help meet the student's needs. Possible services include placement in a regular education classroom with accommodations, maybe use of some sort of assistive technology, maybe extra time to complete assignments, maybe tutoring. It also could include time spent in like a special ed classroom with a more personalized form of support, maybe a smaller class or one-on-one tutoring. No matter what, though, the law states that the student must be educated in the least restrictive environment possible. So if they're able to get their educational needs met in a regular education classroom with maybe one form of assistive technology, if that's what it will take for them to be academically successful, then that is what they will receive. As noted earlier, the student's parent should be involved throughout the process. They need to be consulted and involved in the planning and discussion about services. This is just a little bit about Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act of 1973. There's a lot more to the law, but in order to keep it brief, I provide you just kind of a bare bones of it. Thank you for watching my first ever podcast, which I actually had trouble kind of uploading, so I had to make a YouTube video of it. I hope it was okay. Thank you. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know.